Okay, nice. Okay. So, the main question that everybody has just been dying to hear. Obviously, you two matched on Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Since you guys have matched, have you gone on a date?
No.
No. Why not? Who wants?
I'll let you. I'll
Okay.
let you take it.
Now, before she even says anything, I know I'm not the only one that thought these two girls were almost the same person. Almost. Now, I don't know if they're actually related in real life. I didn't look at their social media or anything. They could be related. I don't know. I don't even know if they know each other personally, but
Okay, I'm gonna just start off by saying
they sound exactly. Their voice is almost identical, and they have the same exact build. I don't know if are they sisters?
there is no bad blood here at all. There's no bad blood.
No bad.
Honestly, I'll speak from a personal perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already kind of talked this out, but in the beginning, when we first connected, we had a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
He called me, and we only talked for a little bit. It was kind of noisy in the background, so I couldn't really, hear him very
Your
well.
background or his?
Background.
Oh, okay.
And he was at work, which I really appreciated that he made time to call me while he was at work.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt like it might have been better to have a conversation at another time. So I suggested, hey, let's talk another time. He offered to call me the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't hear from him the next day.
Oh.
So that kind of threw me off initially.
Right.
Because I'm big on someone doing what they say they're going to do, and it's something small. And yeah, it just kind of, it threw me off, and it was the beginning, and I'm big on first impressions.
Mm-hmm.
From there, it was just kind of like we were texting. And I'm not a big texter in the beginning, and I didn't communicate that. So there was two times when I did not respond until the next day. And I'm sure that threw him off a bit.
Yeah.
But like kind of the thing that made me kind of be like, you know what, I'm going to kind of take a step back here, was he offered to take me out or to go work out. And I had voiced that I would prefer to go out because I feel like we can connect better if we, if we go out and do something. And he didn't acknowledge that I said that.
Oh.
So then I was like, okay, well,
Like he left you on red, or
no,
what do you mean?
he like texted me back, but he didn't say anything about that.
Oh,
like there was no
okay.
follow up or follow through with the offer. So I was like, okay, like no call back. Didn't acknowledge that I was down to go out with you. So then from there, it was, we were still texting maybe a couple days after that. And then it was just last week when I was like, okay, it's been like 3 weeks.
Oh.
Damn.
Since we matched, and we haven't gone out, nothing.
Dude, I'm not gonna take the time to go all the way to the, like, if I even have to, a lot of people fly in to go to the show, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody's in Arizona, but I'm not gonna take the time to go to that show, be on a huge platform, because by the time the show's super popular already, like millions of views everywhere, people are gonna see who you match with. I'm not gonna match with you, do all that to not hit you up, unless I see something after that really throws me off. Like, come on, I'm at least go on one date with you just to see what's up.
It's really progressed here. It's feeling kind of stagnant. So I expressed that I prefer to take a step back. Because I personally, right now, I have a lot on my plate, and I didn't feel like my energy was best in the connection where nothing was really going further. And I'll like fully, take accountability that I definitely could have done things to progress the relationship a little bit more, the connection a little bit more, express a little bit more interest, take more initiative. I fully, acknowledge that. But again, it was the first thing that really threw me off. I want to say, like, when people say they're going to do things and they don't, it really throws me off, and it's a big trigger for me.
Okay. All right. So, Jangelow, what about your part on all this?
I do take accountability for some things she said. Oh, I'm sorry. I do take accountability for that because I have expressed that in the messages as well. But I can say that some stuff I don't think that's really true from. I can only talk from my perspective when we talked. So I remember from the first. Do you remember the first time we ever talked on the phone? Like the first time? You remember that? What day was that?
I don't know what day. That was like 4 weeks ago. I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. We talked.
What, am I supposed to remember?
No. I'm saying we. No, I'm saying we talked on that same night when I left when we matched on the show. You remember that? You
I
don't
do remember that. Yeah.
We talked that day, that same night. And we talked about each other's schedules, right? Remember, I work nights. I work 7 p.m., get off at 5:30 a.m. So you be going in and getting ready.
Here we go.
I'm already asleep. My day is already done. We've talked about that was already a mismatch thing. We say you stayed in Chandler, I was in Buckeye. So that right there is a long distance relationship. So in order to,
it's long distance and you have opposite schedule. I remember living in the same house as somebody, and she had a schedule where she worked, regular in the day. She started work at like 8 in the morning or something like that. And I was working overnights, and I would get off at like 6:30, 7 a.m. And I would be sleeping right when she goes to work. She's awake. I'm asleep. So I'm waking up kind of when she gets off almost. You know what I mean? So we would only see each other at nighttime.
Oh, to pursue that, you have to have the patience.
But then at nighttime, I'm about to go to work in the next few hours. Like I'm only seeing her for maybe like 4 hours a day, maybe if that, or not even that, like 3 hours or something like that. I don't know.
Patience. You get what I mean? Because we know you got your daily lives that you deal with, and I have to deal with mine and work. So of course, life is gonna life, and things are gonna happen. If I didn't call you back, yes, of course I could have text you and say, "Oh, I apologize for that." But I have. If you look in your phone, it's some receipts. It would show you from the scroll that I've texted you more than you text me. But you never told me you were a texter. But if you notice that when I said I tend to give women their space so they can, find more of themselves and connect more with their soul and who they are, because it's rewarding for me as a man. So now I'm giving you time to focus more on yourself. Then you can come back when you're ready. You get what I mean? Like I told you, I put energy out, the same energy that I want to receive back. And I'm very secure within myself to know when somebody is really interested. Like when I know when a female, from my perspective, when I know a female is really interested in me and want to get to know who I am from the heart to the soul and my mind, she's going to have a nurturing soul. It's going to be there. I'm going to wake up. Before I even text her, she texted me, "Hey, good morning. I hope you had a good sleep. How was your sleep?" I didn't get none of that from you. But if you notice in your messages, I sending you vibrations, sending you hopefully a joy feeling, abundance, prosperity happens in your life at this moment. I'm thinking of you. And then when I message that, I ain't getting no response until 8 hours later. So you see how I can go out my way to say, hey, if I really truly care about this person, I understand our schedules is mixed up. It's not the same. But if you really want, just like how you made time to come here for us to do this show, to talk, we could have made time to do the same thing. That's just how I look at it. That's just me. If you really truly want to get to know somebody, that's just me. From my experience from women, you start to sense a nurturing soul of like, oh, I care about you. I want to know what's on your mind. How did your day go? What did you do? What's on your mind?
Okay.
That's what I experienced from, not saying you're not a woman. I'm just saying just from, women. Like,
so it seems like he's saying, hey, our schedules were different, right? We couldn't do a first date, but not even that. We couldn't even, like, y'all didn't have no genuine conversations over the phone. Like, hey, what's up? What's going on? What'd you eat today? Or something like that. Like nothing of the sorts. Just, we ain't talking if we ain't going to is that the sense that he got from her?
Who wants to truly get to know who I am. That's why I say, remember I text you, I said, we're kind of alike because I stand in my masculinity and I tend to, get back into my comfort zone if I don't feel that same, if I'm hitting you, texting you and I don't get that back until 8 hours later, which I understand, because things happen, life happened. I just feel like if the energy is not reciprocated the same way, then we won't be able to move forward. That's just me from my perspective.
Okay.
That's what I remember what happened to me. Now the gym thing.
Right.
We talked about that on the phone. Mm-hmm. The gym thing. We talked about it on the phone. We never text about that. We talked on it, and from what I heard on the phone, when we talked, you said, yes, we can do that. And also still go out. Yes, we can do that. You never said, I don't want to go. I don't remember you saying that. I'm not going to say you didn't. I just don't remember you saying, hey, let's do this first. We can go out formal meeting and then we can go to the gym later. I didn't, you told me, yes, you was rock ready. You was ready to go. That's what I got from that conversation, but it didn't happen, and I just feel like, again, a woman who's really interested in a man, you're going to feel that nurturing care, that soul that's going to, like, you thinking like, okay, I'm going to show this person I really care about to get to know who you are and what's on your mind. It's going to show. You know, and I showed that, and sometimes I didn't get no responses. That's just me, from my perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you guys spoke about the gym thing on the phone.
On the phone, yeah.
So she said yes, according to you, that she was
Right.
okay with that. So
Right.
why wasn't there a follow through
So,
with that?
so prior to that, I was supposed to give her a call back, and that's what happened. You know, and then I did follow up with a text message.
Okay.
And I guess that kind of threw her off about, you didn't call me back. But my thing is, again, like I said, life happens. Our schedule is totally different. So I will have the patience enough to know that I feel like if I want to get to know you, I'm going to have that patience. You're going to have that patience, you know? Yeah, I don't rush anything, especially when you get it. We strangers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, we trying to, when you really, when I'm bringing, just for me, when I'm bringing somebody in my circle and I'm really trusting them, I seek it out and I observe it to, you know, take my time to really know, okay, this is the person I can really give my time to. Because like you said, you had photo shoots going on. I just did a photo shoot in the video doing my same, you know, we focusing on ourselves and our careers and what we want, you know, our morals and our values. And I feel like, that has to be patience when you coming together, when you're trying to bring both lives together. You just have to be some type of patience there when you really, you know, dealing with someone. Like I said, I don't want to keep making, like, comparing or saying experiences that I experienced with other women, because that's not what I'm here for. That's just something that I feel like as a natural, genuine soul, it's gonna show. It's gonna come out.
Okay.
You know.
So he kind of mentioned that he wants you to have patience, or, you know, things like that. Do you feel like you were patient and waiting for him to kind of make those plans and make that initiative for you guys to do something?
Yes, because at the 3-week point when nothing happened, that's when I was like, okay. But when we were on the phone, that was our first like phone call where we really had like a more in-depth conversation.
Also, I also said anybody who's going on this show, you would think that they would have a open enough schedule to invite dating into their life, like have time for a woman. You're coming onto a show to literally take somebody to take, like, within that first 7 days, there should be at least be, if not a full-blown date, a meetup, something cool. Y'all go to a nice spot and hang out, get some lunch or something like that, or some breakfast real quick to, you know, talk to the person or whatnot, or even a few FaceTime. I haven't heard nothing from this to where it's like either party with interest. This is not adding up. It's like he wants her to have patience, but then he also was talking about, like, in a relationship, but feel like if a woman's interested, I'm gonna feel it, and it's like I just didn't feel it, but she has to have patience for me to make a schedule. So I don't know. He was saying a lot of stuff goes against each other, but I don't know. It's not making any sense.
And yes, I was like, yeah, we can go to the gym. That's cool. And we can also go out. I did say that.
Yeah.
But the only follow-up from that conversation was a text conversation in which he suggested going to the gym or going out.
Okay.
In which I responded that I would prefer to go out.
Yeah.
And that was about like 2 weeks after the phone call. So, just
moving
sharing
a little
my
too slow
perspective.
for you.
It was moving a little bit too slow because I'm used to, and again, you know, I understand his circumstances, my circumstances, the distance and all of that, which was definitely probably a little bit more of a barrier. But yeah, it was moving a little bit too slow for me.
Okay.
I'm used to someone being interested in me and we go out, boom, next day,
Right away.
or, you know, maybe at the end of the week or something like that. And, you know, I was willing to be patient. I was, you know, by the 3rd week, I was willing to go out, but there was no follow through when I agreed to do so.
Okay.
So
from what I'm hearing from her, since it didn't happen fast enough, she did start to show some uninterest. So she just admitted I don't know if she noticed, she admitted by the 3rd week, I was interested, as in kind of saying at the same time, yeah, before that I became uninterested. So that was him feeling that energy of, okay, she's not, you know, doesn't feel like, okay, now it's starting to make sense of what he said. All right, so doesn't feel like she was interested. I can tell that from a woman. I was taking too long, so that's why she gave that energy. Okay, she just put it together. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what it seems like.
All right.
And that's
so-
why I say patience is a big thing, you know, for me, because I feel like when you truly want, you make time for what you want. You get what I mean? You truly make time for what you want. If you truly want to do that, you're gonna make time for it.
Okay.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
So within
like how
those-
she said she used to, guys, and this is where I feel like it was one of my flaws, because I used to think that same way. I used to feel like, if you're gonna pursue me, it's gonna show. But accepting a person for who they is in their life and their lifestyle, and understand we will meet when it happens. You
Okay.
get what I mean? So it got me more patience, because like I thought about it, like I used to feel like a woman should love me and like me the way I like them and love me.
Okay.
And to me, that's kind of toxic, because even though I know how to be loved, you know, I want them to love me the way I love myself, but that's still a toxic way for me, you know, to think, because I'm being selfish.
Okay.
I should accept and be grateful for you even loving me for who I am,
Okay.
and trying to understand who I am and my thoughts, and to understand me. And that's what brought me back to where I'm more patient when it comes to the dating. You know, I'm more patient, because you can't just sit up here and just bring everybody into your life and then you waste it all the time. And you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have regrets. I'm not trying to do that. You know, I've learned how to accept people for themselves and their lives, and sooner or later we will, you know, mix. And I understand that's from your experience, that's what you felt. But for me, I used to be that way. I'm a spontaneous person. I'm Aries. I'm very spontaneous. But when it comes to really truly getting to know somebody, and I want to understand who you are, from the inside and out, your mind, your thoughts, and what's your calling on this earth that you feel that you're here for, I have to take my time with that and be patient, because things you can. I'm not out here just dating. Like, you know, I'm not. I got a birthday
Taking your
April 9th.
time.
I'm 32. I ain't got time to just be dating, just to be dating. There's all these people going spending money just to dating.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin, we focusing on things like, I got some property in California City, trying to build a truck stop there that I've had for about 4 years. I've been sitting on. So it's like a lot of things and level of my life that I'm trying to, you know, when I pursue somebody, it has to be lucrative emotionally, intellectually, physically, and just, you know, with happiness. You get what I mean? Okay. So I'm not. Yeah, that's just me.
Okay. All right.
That's just
So
me.
kind of yeah, go for
Can
it.
I ask a question? So what I'm gathering from what you're saying is that you take your time, you know, getting to know someone, which obviously we all do, and I do that as well.
Correct.
But the simple fact of where it was a disconnect for me was the fact that we didn't go out. The last way that I can feel you is through text. The next level up is through phone call.
Yeah.
The next level up is in person.
Right.
And so texting doesn't do much for me. And I appreciated your text. I really did.
Yeah.
And you said that I didn't respond at all. And you tried to make, I think you're trying to make it seem like I was like completely absent and not responding
I'm
to you.
gonna be honest with you. And there's times that I don't think you remember this. I called and you text me and say, hey, I'm going to the gym. I'm doing my workout.
That was the day that we had a planned phone call, and you called me before our planned phone call.
Right. And that's what I say. Life happens, because remember, I had to go into work at 7 p.m. because the last time we talked, you couldn't hear me. Do you understand? Life happens. That's what I'm saying. Life happens. So if we had that patience that's there, that's what I'm saying. If you have that patience to really want to make that time to really get to know, it's going to be there. You're going to do it because you know who you are. You know yourself. All right, I got a question for you.
Wait, but you cut me
Okay,
off.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so either like we just have different memories of how things went down, or I'm just not remembering correctly. But when you called me, or no, when you had texted me, no, you didn't even call me. You did not call me when I was at the gym. You texted me while I was at the gym, and then you double texted me, and I said, my bad, I'm at the gym. That was the night that we had a phone call planned from my memory. And then we talked after I got home from the gym.
I don't recall that. And what I recall that you told me after 5, I think after 5 you can talk on the phone. So I did call and you said my bad, and I text you and you said like, my bad, I'm doing my workout. But I didn't receive a call back from you. Even after, because I did call you. I called you after 5. I made sure, because I remember. Didn't you say after 5? I can still remember till this day. After
I did
5,
say
right?
that, but I do not.
You don't remember me calling?
No, I don't remember you calling me at all. I remember you double texting me, and that's why I messaged you and said, my bad, I'm at the gym. But I don't remember receiving a call from you at all.
Yeah, I kid you not. I called you.
Maybe you did call
5.
me?
Yeah.
And like, this might sound like a lie, okay? But it's not a lie. It's going to sound like a lie. But I got Verizon, and you know Verizon has been doing these outages. Okay, and it's been around the time when I get off of work and I'm at the gym and I realize I have not been able to receive or do outgoing calls. So it's possible that's when, but I vividly do not remember you calling me because I was expecting your call. So if you would have called me, I would have called you back. Like there's no reason why I wouldn't have.
You know, I have Verizon too. I'm gonna just say that much, right? I have experienced some weird things to where people say, yo, they've called me like 5-6 times and I've only gotten one call that came in from them. Really strange. I've even had it to the point to where recently I've had text messages, like text message threads, disappear. I'm like, I just talked to this person 4 days ago. I go into the thread, I can't even, I go to look for the thread and it's gone. The person's name, and I look in the deleted folder, because you text message, you have to delete it twice. You go into delete it or whatever, right? So I'm looking and the thread isn't even in the deleted section. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you serious? So I go back and I look online and they say sometimes it's like a glitch or it's weird. I don't know if it's a thing with whatever, if you have an iPhone or a Samsung. I don't know. I have no idea what that is, but I think that's some of the weird stuff that she's talking about now. Like it's just weird things. I don't know if it's just Verizon or what, but missing calls, missing texts out of thin, like just weird stuff happens. So and then when you tell people that, it sounds like you're lying until you talk to somebody that had the same experience with their phone as well. I don't know if it's just a Verizon thing or a T-Mobile thing or just a straight up cell phone thing. So I don't know. I'm with her on that one of the weird stuff happening with the phones.
So, like I said, maybe we just remember things differently, and that's perfectly fine. I don't feel the need to go back and forth about that one detail, but I would just wanted to point that out that we may just remember things differently.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing from you is like, this is where my mind is going, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Like, this is just my perception of what you're saying. It sounds like you want to make sure it's worth it before you take me out on a date, because there's so many kind of compromises or things we have to work through with our schedule that you have to make sure that it's worth it, especially the distance. That's kind of what I'm getting from what you said. And like, I get it, but that's how we figure out if it's worth it, is if we go out.
Right. I get that. And that is some of the case, but at the same time, if I message you and I don't get a message back within 8 hours of your day, I feel like you don't want me to take you out. You get what I mean? So I'm going off of the energy and what you give out. So when I text you, wishing you nothing, success, love, vibrations, and I don't hear back from you within 8 hours of your day, but you can go and post on Instagram and do a little post within a certain amount of time. I'm not saying
I forgot that until he mentioned it. Oh, you don't text me back? Look at Arlette's face. Yeah. Went all, like I mentioned earlier, you go do all this for this dating show to come back and then show like no energy. You know what I mean? And you show energy to your Instagram. You on your show. You're popular now. But I actually text you to go out on a date and you don't hit me back. Your work hours, like you beyond your work hours, and all of a sudden you posting pictures and videos. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute. We just matched and did all this and you don't even want to hit me. Like, what's going on? Okay, that makes it seem like you really not truly interested. So and
you're wrong. You have a business. That's what you do. It threw me off. Like, okay, what are we really doing? You get what I mean? That's why I want to ask you this question. From the time you've ever started dating, from the beginning, have you ever on social media, from Instagram, any dating site, met someone offline? Have you? Just from face anywhere? Have you? It has to be some type of experience that you have of meeting someone off just the internet line.
I have, yeah.
So if you can take the time out to meet this person who a stranger that you don't know nothing about, what is it taking a few time? Okay, maybe life is getting up. Let me shoot him a text. Let me see if something's going on. Is he okay? Is he safe? That's what I'm saying. When you really care about and want to know somebody, women have that nurturing soul. It's going to show. Not, oh, I'm gonna wait till he called me. What are we doing? I told you, I believe in naturalism and authentic relations when getting to know a woman from the mind, body, and soul. That's just me.
I understand that, and I
Yeah.
respect that.
So that's what I'm saying. That was my example of if you can go and do that. I was in the flesh, baby. I was in front of your face.
You were in front of my face, and that's why I wanted to bring it back to the flesh and not be through text and phone call. I can see your analogy for sure, in a way, but
In a way. What? I don't know.
I just want to bring it back to the point
Yeah.
where first impressions are everything to me.
Right. Yeah.
And when you did not call me, when you said you were going to call me,
Yeah.
it threw me off.
Yeah.
And to me, it threw kind of that feminine masculine balance off because you didn't even acknowledge that you didn't call me.
Yeah.
You
Right.
didn't acknowledge that, hey, I'm sorry, something came up. I'm still thinking of you. Yeah, you sent me a sweet text the next day,
Yeah.
but I made time in my day to wait for the phone ring,
Right.
and it didn't ring.
And that's where we have a confusion of everything. And that's why I say this is where we need to have patience, because I called you. You just told me that I didn't know nothing about. You knew I was saying we can go to the gym sometimes or whenever, let's call it. Hey, I may be at the gym here or there. Sometimes my phone is an outage. Got none of that. So that's what I'm saying. I followed up, but it didn't show on your end.
So
That's
after
why I
he
say
didn't-
patience
Yeah.
is a virtue.
So after you didn't
have
get
to
the
have
call from
patience.
him,
Hey man, for Verizon, T-Mobile, whatever the phone service you got, hey, y'all messing up relationships, first dates, man. I'll be getting calls and people be like, I call you 3 times, I only got 1 call. They're like, I called you 2 times before, nothing happened. The phone was ringing. I was like, my phone didn't ring. And sometimes, yeah, people do work in these buildings where you get no service and like the doctor's office and all that type of stuff.
did you text him, letting him know, like, hey, I didn't get a call or nothing? Okay.
No, it was a bad day for me, so I didn't
You
even
didn't let
care.
him- Okay. Okay.
Like I did
That's what I'm
care,
saying. How
but it
do
was
I
like
supposed
just
to
kind
know
of like
these
adding
things?
on to my bad day. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, I fully acknowledge that there's things I could have communicated better,
Yeah.
definitely. And I'm open.
Because you had a bad day. I mean, both y'all communication was terrible. So that's what it sounds like to me.
Hearing how you felt about
It sounds like he did what, like when he was complaining about, oh, you're taking 8 hours out of your day and all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah. She thought that he did that to him. I mean, she thought that he did that to her. Because it sounded like he did it first. Like, oh, she was like, I was waiting for a call, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, no, I called you, fool. And that's when we get the Verizon mess upset.
that, but at the end of the day, like I feel like maybe it just was a misalignment because our schedules are so different. We
Yeah.
do live far apart.
Yeah.
And it just takes a lot more, like you said, patience and effort for us to actually build a connection. But I stand where I would have rather built that connection in person rather than through text.
Okay.
Because like I said, the last way I can feel you is through text. Then it's phone call. Then
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
in person.
In person.
And because I did meet you in person, I wanted to bring it back to the flesh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just things weren't followed through. And I don't know what the reasoning for that was on your part as to why like you didn't follow through after you asked me out. But yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Question.
So,
So when you text me that last text message when you were saying, okay, I'm going to take a step back and things like that, why didn't you call me? Because from your text messages, we had paragraphs. So I'm saying for you to, even to try to get an understanding of what is happening. Or did you just have your mind already made up? It is what it is.
I didn't call you maybe because I don't even know if the right word is pride, but you did not call me when you said you were going to call me. So in my mind, I was like, I'm not going to put the effort into calling him. I'm just going to
okay.
text him because
Okay.
that seems like to be his
that's
thing.
reasonable.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do.
Do you know how if you hit somebody up or somebody hits you or whatever, let's just go with the notion of, let's say you hit somebody up multiple times and they don't hit you back and you leave it alone. And then it's just like, somebody, oh, well, such and such, da da da, you ain't talking to. And it's like, yo, fam, it is not my obligation to reach out to this person. Like, I can't do that. Like, I've already reached out. If this person don't say nothing back, then. And then if you see the person, it's just like, hey, what's going on? It's been a minute. It's like, yeah, it's been a long time. Like, you don't hit me up. Like, no, I did, but you don't hit me. I can't keep reaching out to somebody that ain't, you know what I mean? That's what it sounds like, one of those things. So she was just like, yo, fam, I can't put in the time to call you back because I'm a little crazy. Like, I can't, like, it obviously seems like, even to her now, hey, you ain't really rocking. So why am I going to keep calling you if you don't reach out yourself? It's, even, you know, us as people know that it's just like, man, this person been hit me up. I got to reach out to this person because they ain't going to hit me. Cause like they going to, you know, it's not their obligation to keep hitting me. It's my turn to really, you know, reach out to them for the fact that they've reached out to me. You know, they're not going to keep doing this or it's just going to fall off. It's to the point that we know if it's the other person or it's ourselves, we know when it's on us to interact with somebody. Like, we know.
That's reasonable. Yeah, no, that's
And I was already kind of frustrated with the fact that I agreed to the date and you didn't.
All right. Yeah. So it sounds like there was just a lot of, like, I guess, miscommunication going on. So do you guys see you all ever getting to a point of there being a date? I mean, or is it kind of like, this is it?
I mean, I told her from, you know, because she said, as far as a professional standpoint, you know, I do music, she's models and stuff like that. I don't mind using her for, you know, my projects and things like that. But as far as romantically, it probably may take time to get to that certain, there. You know, point again, you know, because again, our schedules are different. She stay about 30, 35, you in Chandler, and I'm in Buckeye, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about a good 35, 40 minutes away, you know? And we do have a lot going on, so I feel like, you know, so that's just from my point of view. I don't know from hers, but I just, I feel like I will pursue it if it's there, if it's still there, if the patience is there. Mm-hmm. I know when you really, truly want to do something and you want to get to know somebody, you're going to do it. You're going to take the time, you're going to do it. That's just me.
That's not that far. If you're a driver, that ain't far. 45, 35 minutes, that's like right around the corner. Now, if you have a busy work schedule, then it could seem that way. You know, depending on the area you're working in, like if you work close to where the person lives or far to where the person lives, I don't know. It really depends. But just in general, like regular to people that drive, is 30, 35 minutes away. Usually here, a lot of the times, people's girlfriends don't live near them. Like my girlfriend live an hour here. My girlfriend live, if your girlfriend lives like 30 or 35 minutes away from you, that's pretty normal. You know what I mean? That's pretty normal. 45 minutes, that's okay too. Now, if your girlfriend lives like 2 hours away, like a 2-hour drive, then that's a bop.
What about for you, Ciara?
Yeah, I feel like we're on the same page with that. Okay. I do have a lot going on right now, and it seems as though you do as well. So maybe there's a point in time in the future where it might align better. Yeah. I'm not from here, so I don't know if Phoenix is closer to Buckeye, but I'll be moving to Phoenix soon. So
okay.
Yeah. But cool. I just feel like maybe the timing was off, and the what I was going through maybe was just a little off. It didn't allow me to put my full energy into pursuing him the way that he deserves to be pursued as well.
Okay.
Likewise.
So I'd be open to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Likewise. All right. Cool. Yeah. Well, any upcoming projects that we should be on the lookout from both of you?
Projects. I'm kind of working on some events for the community.
Okay.
And I'll be walking in Chandler Fashion Week this week.
Ooh, congrats.
Thank you.
Definitely. Me, myself, my birthday is on April 9th. As you know, I'm Aries. I drop an album called...
All right. I mean, congrats to y'all for not wilding out on each other because, you know. But this all happened because of a missed phone call, or a phone call that was supposed to happen that she didn't get, that didn't go through. Because, like, I don't know, to him to notify her about the gym date, whatever was going to be said on that call, probably would have resolved this whole situation. They probably would have been at the gym together. Who knows? Maybe a first date would have worked out, or they probably would have went on a date and they realized, nah, we not really a true match for each other. But this is all because of goddamn Verizon. That's all. All right. Weird cell phone glitches is pretty much why this whole thing didn't work out. Verizon, you got to get your shit together. God damn it. That's all this was. This could have been avoided with that one missed call. Damn. Anyway,